Welcome back, people. Yeah, it's red, but I knew it was going to turn green. Been a while since we've been on the bridge. I see a lot of you enjoyed the little Batman and Robin story yesterday. It was quite a coup, to be fair, by the police. Very impressive. Now, today, part of the reason we're heading toward the river is that it's a big day for the river, and in fact probably the most famous day of the year for the river here in London. What I mean by that, well, Oxford and Cambridge boat race, my darlings. Now, interestingly, it's been a while since Oxford snagged it, unfortunately, which for me personally is a great pity, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Statistically, of course, they have a 50% chance of winning today. However, my friend pointed out a very interesting thing when we looked at the table of previous wins. Now, unless I counted it wrong, and that's possible, I mean, you know what I'm like, guys, it would appear that Oxford and Cambridge have won 10 each in the past 2 decades. I mean, I'm assuming it's 2 decades, but what boat race a year? 2 decades. So 10 each. I mean, maybe it's 9 and 11, but I had a quick count through and it seemed to be 10-10 to me. That would suggest that, to me, the odds really are 50-50. I should have actually checked with William Hill or Paddy Powell, one of the betting agents, see what the odds are. But Cambridge have won a good few times in the past few years. I remember live streaming it on TikTok for you guys, I think the year before last. Cambridge won then, to my great disappointment. So I think actually, guys, the momentum arguably is with Oxford as the underdogs. Yeah, I say underdogs. I mean, they haven't won for, I can't remember, 3, 4, 5 years? A while. So there we have it. It will not be on this stretch of the river, let me clarify that. It'll be much further west. I think it ends at Putney. Instinctively, I think it ends at Putney. But correct me if I'm wrong. And my dears, yours truly is very tempted to go and watch it today. Exceptionally tempted to go and watch it. But when I found out that +1s were not being given, I thought, you know what? There's no point in standing on the riverbank with the hoi polloi. Sorry guys. I'll head out because it's the last day, full day, for the Blues and Royals. Oh yes, it is, guys. I knew it would be packed today because the tube, oh my goodness, especially Victoria, the platform was absolutely rammed. When the tube stopped at Victoria, I thought to myself, there's no way anyone else is going to fit on this. But they did. Like good little sardines. They all squished on. And we all enjoyed being tightly compressed together. Yeah. It's funny actually, because Sundays, normally one of my favourite days, just because normally there are considerably, and I really do mean considerably less, people commuting, at least during the winter months. But hey, folks, everybody that won't be commuting in the summer will be commuting somewhere else. People often take 1 or 2 months, especially if you're in reasonably senior corporate position, you could take 1 or 2 months off with some companies, which means obviously you can spend the summer travelling or whatever with your family. Some tourists are brave. I just noticed somebody's left a case completely unattended while they're taking pictures. It would vanish in a moment, you wouldn't even notice. There are so many people walking along this part of central London that scammers would just wait for a busy moment and boom, bye-bye luggage. Now, in terms of what we can expect today, it's all going to depend, people, much like yesterday, even though I didn't really think of it at the time, on which troopers come out in which order. Now, bear in mind, today is a guard change day. That's a relevant variable, because it means we will have the palace flood coming through the yard. Now, the morning inspection, and I haven't seen one of those for ages actually on a Sunday. I have no idea if the officer even comes out on Sunday mornings anymore, whether that's been chopped as well. the morning inspection will have been completed, assuming that there was one, and things should be at a relatively normal state. Oh, that's a good place to spot your teddy. Look at that. Why? Because this is the view that the lady's got behind her teddy. That's actually even arguably a better spot than the red phone boxes, which we're going to ignore today because we were there yesterday, and because we want to get to horseguards ASAP. Very bipolar weather as well, guys. Typically, as I mentioned before, in central London, April is by far, I mean like by far, the wettest month of the year, like really, really massively so. Always. And you know what? This has been an unseasonably dry and warm April. However, that's about to change. Of course, the forecast could modify itself in the coming days, but for the moment, tomorrow will be the last dry day for a week. Now, from Tuesday, those April showers are predicted to land, and the BBC is saying it will rain every single day for a week. Now, don't know how or whether that will affect filming. It will certainly be relevant, but it's a real pity because obviously next weekend is Easter weekend. Arguably, honestly it might sound, one of the most popular, and in previous years certainly one of the busiest weekends of the entire year at horseguards. Massively so, to be honest. So I have no idea how that might be impacted if it's soaking wet. I mean, it will be. There'll still be lots of people, but it'll just be a horrid, ghastly sea of umbrellas, folks. In other words, not what we're looking for at all, to be honest. Today you're going to notice the image looking particularly bright and then less bright. That isn't some trickery or anything at my end. It is a very curious day. 1 minute it's really bright and sunny, really warm. Next minute it's gone. This is where you've got a massive difference in what everyone is wearing. You know, you've got some people in short sleeves, as though it's actually the summer, and many people wearing raincoats and heavier items. I myself have got 3 layers on, 2 light and 1 long sleeved, just in case. There was a mention of rain for today's forecast. If it happens, so be it. Haven't got an umbrella, didn't bring an umbrella. I thought you were Wharton Goggins, the actor, for a second there. I thought you were Wharton Goggins. You know the actor, Wharton Goggins? No. Google him. You're his twin brother, I swear. Okay. Yeah, wow. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, could have sworn that was Wharton Goggins, folks. Absolute twin. I'm not sure if we got him on the camera. Oops. I mean, how, given his, super performance in season 3 of The White Lotus, can one not notice or be aware of who Wharton Goggins is? But wow, that probably would have been my occasion to ask for an autograph. I think, personally, that Wharton Goggins is the Gene Hackman of his generation. Yeah, especially in the TV show Justified with Timothy Oliphant. Like the way that he ran over. Oh goodness, that was actually kind of sweet. He was very interested in me asking if he was Wharton. But then again, would the real Wharton actually stand forward? Probably not. He'd say, no, I'm not. No idea who that is. And as he's such a good actor, I would believe him when he told me that he doesn't know who he is. So I'm thinking that might well have been him, folks. Let's hope we got him on the camera. Because wowee. In terms of major celebrities, somebody pointed out the other day that we might well have caught Tom Holland going through the gate. I did notice that comment, but I forgot about it. I was going to mention it in yesterday's video. I had a look at the frame that you referenced to the person that made that comment, and it's a tough one. I mean, a balance of probabilities, yes. I would say it probably is. But very hard to tell, isn't it? They always look different in real life to their PR pictures and the other PR fluff. So I can't be sure. I think that was the video before yesterday. In other words, Friday's video. One other really interesting point, folks, and I completely overlooked this yesterday, probably because I was concentrating so much on the filming. What we didn't have yesterday, which made it an exceptionally unusual day, was any form of protest. There was absolutely no form of protest whatsoever yesterday. There was no noise, no whistles, no shouting, no small groups. The only thing I saw after I'd finished and went back towards Westminster Station, there was a small group, 6 or 7 of them, very polite, etc., not noisy, forming up for some kind of, I don't know what it was, possibly, I don't know, Kashmiri Pakistani protest. They had Pakistani flags, so it could well have been something Pakistan related to this issue ongoing with Imran Khan imprisonment, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. There's no way of knowing absolutely, but that was the only thing I saw that resembled a protest. Now I'm going straight to this end for 2 reasons. Reason 1, one of our favourite troopers on a lovely horse who was here yesterday. Yes, horsey, I'm sorry you didn't make it to picture of the day because Mr. Mon stole that honour yet again. Oh, hold on, everyone's going to squeeze through right in front of my head. 1 second, guys. I'm fairly far back, but we might have a problem with heads bobbing into this video. If we do, I'll lift it up. And at the other end, it's the lady trooper that I know a lot of you have, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Somewhat taken issue with because of the lack of verbal enforcement. Now, I don't know what we're going to see today. I have no clue, obviously, which horse might or might not be up next. And I'm also not aware at this point how long we've got to wait. Now, we are seeing feet, singular, over the line. The horse is ready to charge. Trooper's like, no. Trooper's holding him back. He's like, don't do it, no, we're getting in trouble. Oh, flip, here we go, 1 second. This one, probably, if folks move out of the way, they've got a teeny weeny dog, actually, that's why they were stopping to pick up the dog. Yeah, if there's enough space, guys, and I remember, I'll make this horse picture of the day. He was here yesterday, and, position stole by Mr. Mond. Or earned, I should say, earned by Mr. Mond. Different thing entirely. Look, he's really acting up. He's like, come on, take that picture. Actually, what am I talking about? There were 2 yesterday, weren't there? I can't remember, actually. Was the Wombat smiling picture yesterday or the day before? I think that was Friday's, actually. So Wombat Friday, Ormond yesterday. And this beauty, who's got a super clear hoof number today. Let's see if we can actually get a decent snap. Oh, I'm on selfie mode. I'm not sure actually that the horse is going to look at it. Oh, there we are. Okay, definitely got a good enough picture, and the hoof number, which instinctive I think I already know anyway. The number, that is, not the name. And yesterday, a lot of you noticed this beautiful horse has got those exceedingly unusual whiskers. And it looks to me, let's zoom in 1 second, not on the trooper, but on the horse's whiskers, as though they've been beautifully tied. I guess so, not only it looks a lot better, but it means it can't get caught in all the kit. Yep, is that right, horsey? Is this the only one, guys, that we've seen with whiskers this long? Because I never remember, and I mean ever remember, seeing, tied whiskers, or do they normally shave them off? Very curious. I mean, it's a good thing because it shows that the horse is unique and memorable. Now, I'm just trying to think, actually. We have no idea at all whether or not Ormond will come out. But we've got exactly 15 minutes between now and when that change happens. So I'll try and get a teeny bit at the other end as well, guys, just for completeness. Plus, we never know how long the video will be. It could end up being long enough to have 6 different troopers. We will see. At least there's I mean, I wouldn't say the number of people here is massive, but there's a very good number of people here today. And it's still pretty early. We're here earlier than yesterday. Actually, yeah, well, of course we are. We're about to hit the noon bell. Yesterday we were here when we hit the 1 o'clock bell. I'm not going to go right into the centre. Oh, somebody's got something says travel gang. I'm not sure what that is. But yes, the travel gang. It's actually pretty smart, to be honest, because not only the colour of it, but the size of it, that really sticks out much more than any of the organised tour groups with their little flags. Because, to be honest, I think most people would just assume that the flag is a protest, or somebody out and about at random. In other words, it's not easy to identify registered tour guides in London. Quite the opposite, in all honesty. Oh. Good to see the officer. I did mention in yesterday's video that we hadn't seen him for some time. It had been actually way more than a month. Looking back. So the MOD get a good rotation, in fact, to be fair. Between atomic sites, the building here in London, other places that shall not be named, and here at horseguards, etc. And it's funny, actually, I know that some really enjoy the hustle and bustle here, but equally some don't, which is fair enough. I mean, it's the same with the troopers, folks. I mean, I don't mind it, I guess because I'm almost immune to it, having spent so many years in central London now. But I get that it's hard for a lot of people to deal with the sheer volume of bodies, especially on very busy days. Now this trooper, bless him, is very cautious when it comes to children getting near the box. Typically speaking, he doesn't, unless they get too close, in which case it's for their own good, tell them to get out of the box. We have seen it a couple of times, but let's be honest, no one wants to shout at a kid unless it's your own kid. I certainly wouldn't, regardless of what they're doing. But small kid, large animal, I guess that's the justification when it happens.
Campbell, you want to get up?
Okay, he's Mr. Best Dressed, unless, of course, this lady with the amazing red hair. Look at that! Gosh, it's so bright. I'm glad I've got polarised glasses. I have no idea if she's going to come to this side, but my goodness me, that is bright. Exceedingly bright, to be honest. Right. Of course, you don't quit. Come on, you can make it. What's he got, 10 minutes roughly, give or take, till the end? I think he can make it, guys. Bets in the... Actually, wait, I can't say bets in the comments because, I don't know if you would have already watched it before you made the comment. But I think he'll make it. He didn't quit yesterday. This horse is not a quitter. And to be honest, I don't even remember how many weeks it's been since we did have a quitter. Any quitter. A month? Thing is, when they're... this guy got a brilliant picture. When they're kind of diagonal like this in the box, I think it's more tempting for the tourists to be tempted to touch. Not sure why he's nervous. Traffic behind me is moving. It's pretty clear on Whitehall. Maybe he's camera phobic. I'm not even standing directly in front, as you can see. Everybody that's getting the horse as he turns is getting a super picture. And almost everybody here that we're hearing speak, Frenchies back in the house. It's almost like the baton was handed. Germans got to the airport and they're like, okay, Frenchies, it's your turn. Seems to be tossing that bit quite a lot. There's a helicopter as well. I don't know if that's part of the reason. I don't know if you can hear it. Not sure if the horse is looking to get padded or cheeky trying to get people in trouble. Just daring them to say, touch me, tourists, and you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get told off. looks to me as though the bit is causing him a little bit of discomfort, folks. Or is he just playing with it? Hard to tell when they toss it like that. Is it always playing, or is it possibly in an uncomfortable position? He's chomping a little bit now. I guess that's the chomping the bit expression. Notice that the people are being very cautious as they go over while the horse is tossing his head. Look at this guy's face. Brilliant. He's like, don't get cheeky with me, horsey. I like how he faced the horse down. I'm semi-surrounded at this moment, guys. It's really busy. Almost impossible to decide which. Actually, what am I thinking? I'm not going to stand at the front, am I? I'm going to go in the yard. When we get the behind the bollards command, I'll be in the yard. Especially, to be honest, as we haven't got that super direct sunlight. These two are dressed perfectly for the weather today, to be honest, folks. Yeah, they are our best dressed tourists. Look at that. Smart, casual, ready for the boat race. Oh, hold on. What's this? Who have we got here? Which club is it? It's like I can't see which club it is. Ooh, sorry. Blues at Wembley.
Perfect, thank you.
As someone that's ignorant of football, I'm guessing Chelsea. Oh, don't kill me if it's not. No, which receiver is it, guys?
Birmingham City.
Oh, I've got to guess from your accent straight away.
League champions yesterday, cup champions today, hopefully.
Oh, fingers crossed then. Yeah. Where's the match today?
Wembley.
Oh, you guys heading there now, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay, fingers crossed. Good luck, yeah? Gosh, folks, that shows my ignorance of... I mean, to be honest, if I'd been in Brum and asked them that, I would have got a slap and I would have deserved it. How could I confuse them? I was trying to read on the sign, but I mean, I was going by the colours. That kind of like Chelsea. I think they thought I was taking the mick for a minute, but I genuinely wasn't, I promise. I actually know nothing about competitive sports, and I mean all competitive sports. But yeah, I would have guessed immediately the second that he spoke. That's a very, very Brummy accent. I can't really do that accent very well, except when you say the word Birmingham. Anyone, any Brummies? Is that pretty accurate? Birmingham? Oh my good lord, what the flip is going on here? Look at this. It is absolutely packed. Look. Birmingham guys, everyone else. Birmingham FC guys are still there. They've got a great picture actually. Whoa. It is chocky wocky. To be honest, I'm a little worried about whether or not I'm going to be able to squeeze through the gates in time. Let's move ourselves a teeny bit across the bollards because right now it is flipping packed, ladies and gents. Of course, yeah, sure. Wow, people are very cautiously approaching, and to be honest, that's probably a smart thing because there's just too many people here at the moment. Whoa, I mean, look. What the hell? Oh, now others are asking people to move out of the way to get their pictures. Yikes. I think I'll wait until I hear either I get behind the bollards or the police start to tell people to move and then run in. At the moment the yard's pretty deserted, but it's not going to last. Definitely will not last. I'm hoping actually the microphones are picking up the wind. It's pretty breezy, guys, this morning as well. 1 second, let me move myself out and around a teeny bit. Whoa. Hold on. That's it, somebody just moved. Oh my god, it's super awkward now. There's no patience at all. Everyone's just pushing in. That's why you heard people say, excuse me, constantly. This guy's pretending to look into the into the distance over hills yonder. Very serious, actually. This group, they're posing. Oh. I mean, they liked it. Chinese tourists liked it. What can we say? They were an example of the Chinese tourists not marching straight up to the horse and into the box. I think actually the sheer number that have arrived now and are thronging in the middle have somewhat thwarted our plans to quickly move to the other end. I'm quite sure we're going to hear the police telling people to start moving shortly. It really is absolutely... Oh, police have their eye on someone. This...
Let's just keep going, all right?
This, look. This is what's just happened. I didn't actually see the guy in blue doing anything, so guess we missed it, but he's off. They've gotten rid of him, whatever it was. He is gone. Officers back into their spot at the front. Maybe he did something at the other end, that guy. He's drunk. He's not like... He's definitely not compos mentis. You can see from his body language he's out of it. Drunk or drunk plus something else. I mean, you never know here. It's always something. And they always come from the same place as well, curiously. But, and this is key, they almost always move on when they're told to do so, which is funny because I think, hold on, if they're that out of it, that drunk, whatever, how do they really know what's going on? Right, so let's move out of here. Sorry guys, thank you. I'm going to move out and around because, oh my goodness me, if there's going to be any chance to get into the yard, folks, the only way to do it is going to be to do it now because there are just way too many people. It's complete and utter madness. I did see the orderly stableman a few minutes ago, so it's imminent. What on earth? There's the corporal of horse. Right, let's get ourselves into this corner, guys, before it gets completely chocker. I'm not alone today, unfortunately, so we won't be right on the corner, but we'll get to see the horse clearly come into the box. The measuring device is way back against the wall. But this is a very busy yard, actually, to be fair, already. And I think it's about to get busier. More officers coming out. I think it'll just be myself and this tour group. Hopefully other people will think it's a private tour group spot, this corner. Yeah, it's not a large group, fortunately. This is... Okay, so that's everyone being told to get behind the bollards at the front. If we... actually, we never sort of filmed it. That's the front. I mean, it's really, really, really packed. So it's good that we moved, folks. Yes. Very good that we moved, to be honest with you. Gosh. Yeah, I'm actually glad I'm in this spot, to be fair. Might be the only spot where we don't have people in front of the camera. What the flip? Everyone's coming over here now. This corner's normally dead, but not today. I think what's happened is that at the front the officers have told everybody that, look, if you want to get a spot in there, go in now, and you can go onto that corner as well. I don't think I've ever seen this corner so busy. I'm now squished against the box, guys, which is fine. Oh goodness, and more turning up. That chock-a-walk. Now the interesting thing is the King's Lifeguard will not change today. Actually, wait, that is the truth. Sorry, they're changing at the palace, but not here. It's also curious that there isn't the King's Lifeguard will change today board. Instead of just leaving the won't change board absent, people are not aware that it is a guard change day. So I find that curious. They should have two. Or do they have a little magnet that they stick over the word not? The King's Lifeguard will change today. I don't remember actually, folks. If they didn't have it, they should have it. I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty surprised how busy it is, considering that there's no gatesman or chidsman changeover. It shows there's still huge interest in the work of the King's Lifeguard. Hold on, where's she going? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Get out from there!
What on earth?
Not behind the look. There's an exit here. For your safety, do not go behind there.
Oh my god. That's never happened before, like ever. But how did she not realise there's a 16 and a half pounds horse that could have kicked her back into the tunnel? Goodness gracious, wow. Shocking.
Oh my days. With the bike as well.
The bike is a bit, I don't get that. If the horse had kicked, that would have, yeah. Many times, funnily, joggers do exit the tunnel and they do try and run past the horse. Yeah, that's happened. I've caught that a few times, but I've never seen somebody with a bike. I mean, that's just utter madness,
I just
isn't it?
believe that, really, isn't it?
Goodness me. Heavy line bike as well. Wow. Okay, at least the MOD police noticed it quickly,
Yeah.
folks, and dealt with it. Gosh, I was slightly concerned, folks, because I mean, lucky it wasn't Ormond in that box. Let's see if he comes out now. Absolutely crazy. That really was crazy. Just be quiet, people, because others are filming. Okay, two gent troopers, one we saw the other day, and the other chap at the far box was on Ormond yesterday. Far horse first. A bit nervous. I mean, there's a huge crowd in here today. It's not really surprising. Will he settle for the dismount? Oh, wants to be pitched for the day. That's what it is. Very stubborn, this boy. He's actually standing parallel to the Lance Corporal of Horse, curiously. Okay, the orderly's going to help. Teamwork, guys. Not in the mood, this horse, at all, for some odd reason. Oh, now he's gone too far forward. quite the clank, folks, as the heavy boots. They're actually called jack boots, would you believe? Hit the ground. Clank of the sword. Right, the sheer number of people that are going to flood now from the tunnel area through the front gates is going to be completely insane. That is it. Everybody's waiting to see if they're allowed to move, and yes, even I'm not moving until someone else does. I want to be the first one to get shouted at. Okay, yeah, there it is. Right, that was absolutely mad. I cannot believe, honestly can't believe, the lady tried to wheel her line bike through a gap behind a gigantic horse. Like, there's common sense, lack of common sense, and then zero common sense. The only negative to having been in the yard is we missed a group of 5 police horses, folks. 5. Yeah. Now, it's a big 50-50 as to which is going to be the more interesting of the two ends. Instinctively, and because we were not here before, I'll start here. The crowds are absolutely mind-bogglingly gigantic. And we will get a lot of heads and people walking close to the camera. Somebody's got a penny farthing. Look at this. He's actually wheeling a penny farthing through horseguards. Just when you think you've seen everything. On what's already been a crazy morning. I would never have believed we'd get that. Also, look at this. The police horses have arrived with the most giant crowd ever squashing at the front. So 5 just left, and 2 more, 7 mounted branch police horses. It's actually quite difficult to know where to point the camera at this moment. The trouble is a lot of little kids in the crowd, look at this, on their parents' shoulders and so on, so the police are obviously being very, very careful. We're not missing anything box side for the moment, guys, so I'm happy to stay here. Absolutely extraordinary, what a squash. The only thing I'm really surprised about is that we haven't actually seen anybody trying to take a shortcut like the lady did with the bike through the box. I mean, that is a very big open space. And compare it to the squash that we've got here, as people stop to take pictures and everyone gets stuck behind them. And you can understand why it would be tempting to go through the box. Okay, that exit entrance has now been sealed. And remarkably, this gigantic crowd of probably, I don't know, 500, 600 people have just been bathed in glorious sunlight. Just wow. I mean, wow, madness. I'm trying to keep my my hip next to one of the bollards, guys, because it's just, yeah, the numbers are crazy. I'm stuck for the minute. The problem is they're all stopping over here. Look at this, at the gate. And that backup is causing the problems here at the front. Look. Don't worry about the girl that was there behind you. Trying to get a picture. Just push straight in. Oh my goodness me. If it goes quiet, guys, it's because I've had to lift the camera up high enough so that you can actually see anything because it's packed. Wow. Somebody's like, no, I don't know what just happened, but okay, so we got the crazy guy getting told to jog on by the police, line bike woman, Mr. Penny Farthing. What next? The troopers probably believed actually that people are standing quite far back and giving him some space around the horse. My instinctive thought when that crowd came through the front gate was that people are going to get pushed in significant numbers into the box and there'll be nowhere for them to go except arguably past the horse into the yard. I can honestly see that happening this summer, I really can, just by virtue of volume. Utter madness, guys. Okay, let's hope it settles now a little teeny bit for the rest of this video. Oof. I mean, this is not Easter Sunday. This time next week. Oh my God! Imagine if it's twice or even 3 times the volume and density in the crowd. Whoa! Horsey people. Too many here to risk getting the camera out. Not a new one. We've seen this one before. I don't remember the name. and almost zero unusual distinctive markings. Teeny weeny white sock, front right. He's enjoying a bit of a snooze actually. He's doing an Ormond impression at this end. I think 10 past the hour, 40 minutes. We'll try and split it between here and the other end. We actually didn't get very much of the other trooper at all. He was here the day before yesterday, and he was in the video, but only for maybe 15 minutes at the beginning.
The other horse, the other end.
Is one I want to get a picture of, because that's the one we've had trouble being sure about who it is. The one with that really thick Monty-esque blaze, who I'm certain isn't Monty, and I'm pretty certain isn't Indiana either. I mean, I don't know which one it is, unless it's Vanguard, or I might be completely getting it wrong. Gosh. When you talk about dressing up as a Blues and Royals, I think he took it literally. Look at that. He's blue and red from head to toe. Quite impressive, to be honest. The trooper's in the sunshine, but luckily, guys, it's pretty breezy today.
Оксан, встань рядом.
Look at the bag. Who was standing there first, look. She's like, what about me?
Excellent.
She's got stuck behind them. Oh no, that's so awkward. That's so awkward. Wait. Oh, that's bro. So, Ashley, that means we're done. Let's go. Russians. Oh, goodness me. Okay, who's next? Let's go. Actually, hold on a second. Penny just dropped, guys. Completely forgot even, because I was focused so much on the attempted donation of £50 to Ormond. It was this trooper yesterday who was on Ormond when that donation was offered, I think. Pretty sure it was. But if it wasn't, it was definitely this trooper that was at this end yesterday when the lady came along and made him smile. I'm pretty sure actually that was in this. It was in the same video. Oh my god, my memory is it's totally escaping me at the moment. Oh my goodness me! Whoa, you didn't see that? Little kid ran straight toward the horse's legs. Mum grabbed him just in time. Lightning fast ninja reflexes there. It's a funny thing, folks, mentioning about the officer that saved tourists from the horse. That's interviewed many times. That has explained to ignorant tourists that they shouldn't mock the guard because he's at work doing his lawful duty. It had to be, of all of the police that are here today, and we've got a few new faces, it had to be the officer that had to speak to the line bike lady. Would not have believed it. If you said it would be an incident today and it would be that officer dealing with it, I would not have believed it. But it was. And as usual, he was a gem. But unless I'm imagining it, it seemed to me... Oh!
Get out of the book!
That's probably the best shot we've had for a week. Get out of the box! Super loud, eh? Brilliant. I guess that solves the dilemma or unknown variable of, is the trooper going to shout when people go into the box? Wow. What a contrast with yesterday, ladies and gents, eh? Not necessarily a good or bad contrast, but a contrast nonetheless. Oh, it's a massive group shot over here. Look at this. This guy's stuck. He can't even get out. Awkward. Instead of waiting, he's pushing through. It's a pity that we not around the other side to catch that. We've got a brilliant semi-circle group shot going on. And another group shot on the left. Seeing lots and lots more tourists actually using little handheld gimbals themselves. It makes a massive difference, folks, if you want to shoot a little video for yourself, even of a couple of minutes, as it removes. Oh my gosh, the pushing and shoving behind us is unbelievable. It's actually off the scale today. If I didn't have this bollard here, I'm sure I would have been either pushed or potentially have been pushed on the floor. People are now squashing into the box because look, there's no space. This girl, lady on the right, she takes one step back, she's going to get shouted at. This trooper has spent a lot of time on one, and I think it's rubbed off because his sleeping pose is very Ormondesque.
Get out of the box!
Oh, good lord. What the hell? Boxman of the year, folks. Not just 2025, but 2025 through 2030. Oh, I'm just hoping it's not going to be somebody with little kids. It'll be their fault if they get shouted at, but... Absolutely outstanding, this man. Wow. I'm in shock. What on earth? Have we just shot video of the year, guys? I think we have actually, even if I turn it off now. They're all being really careful. Look, he's looking down to the line. Oh. This guy's perm's gone a bit wrong. He went for the Moroccan terracotta colour, I think. It's been quite pink. Oh goodness me! I'm joking, guys. Before you say that I'm being rude. I mean, he's got more hair than me, so if I'm laughing at him, I'm laughing at myself. Oh, goodness gracious me. The look on their faces. To be fair, the tall bobble hat guy took it well, because that was a massive shout right in his ear. Okay, I mean, we definitely called it. I'm going to stay at this end, people, simply because just wow, we've got a good spot here as well. I haven't yet heard a sound from the other end, which means one of two things. No one has got in trouble, or the trooper has been quite quietly spoken when they have invaded the box. That said, that other trooper is typically also quite verbal. But I will remember, I promise guys, I will remember to get pictures and the hoof number at the other end. Even if it means I do it independently after I finish filming. Okay, so it's starting to form up again. Line of three. So many group shots. Another group over there. I would have thought actually a lot of people, a hell of a lot of people, would have been more focused on going to any spot along the banks of the Thames today. But then I guess a lot of tourists aren't aware that it's a significant day with the boat race. Plus, to be honest, I think maybe a lot of people are not even interested that there's a boat race. It is fun to watch, but it's only those last couple of minutes when you see them approaching the finishing line that everyone really starts getting into it and cheering and shouting. It's really just an excuse to get completely pissed and spend the day next to the river. Plus, to be honest, it's very cloudy now. Sun's coming and going, but the river will not be the best spot. A bit chilly, a bit breezy. That actually is what set off the horse in the yard. I didn't mention it at the time because I was trying to be quiet, but the horse that was a little restless, doing his little bit of turning.
Get out of the box!
Oh, goodness me. Flipping hell. Like, what on earth? I mean, I'm just... It's brutal. Hit the camera with his phone. Oh, look, now everyone's explaining it to everyone else. This guy's explaining it in Spanish as well, about the line. What the on earth? If this trooper wasn't one of the ones in the Elizabeth Cup, folks, I think he should be given the cup anyway. Just by virtue of what we've just seen. If it's going to be like a middle-aged lady or similar that gets in the box, a shout like that is going to be just like, wow. The crowding here is something else today. You can't really see it, but I'm not exaggerating. It's just completely mental.
Papa, mama. Papa.
The thing is, these big family groups step a little bit too far backward and end up accidentally in the box or he's back. It's like, I just got screamed at by the kingsguard. Ah, good lord. Extraordinary. Utterly extraordinary. Yeah, I think the only word to describe what just happened, folks, is bueno. His lovely wife said it for us. That was a bueno moment. My goodness gracious. No wonder the police at the front gate are probably wondering what on earth the shouting's about. Yeah, we'll go on to a part 2, folks. We'll cover this trooper's entire shift because, wow, I mean, for the moment, I don't want to turn the camera because a lot of people are filming and they'll think I'm filming them. So I'll keep it focused forward, but you would not believe the size of the semicircle that's formed around the box at the moment. It's significant. Probably the biggest one of the year, to be quite honest. But obviously now, because of what just happened, nobody's risking it. Wow. I wonder what it would have been like if he'd been on Ormond today and shouted that loudly. Or perhaps he wouldn't have had the opportunity to shout that loudly because Ormond would have already dispatched him out of the box before he had the opportunity. But the numbers that are surging. And obviously everyone else that arrives is new, so they don't know what just happened with the shouting. Meaning that a repetition is highly probable. Oh, see this, the guy over there in the big guy in the sort of terracotta-coloured, terracotta-ish. He's like, don't go over the line. This is exactly, and I think you'd all agree with me on this. This is exactly how it should be in an ideal world. They should be borderline terrified of going over the line and being, to be quite honest, embarrassed massively. Here's another one.
Get out the box!
Okay, he's not going to do it this time. He took it like a champ. To me, in all honesty, the only people that are super, super annoying are the ones that give the guard a dirty look after being told to get out of the box. Anyone that takes it well, and that's attracted the attention of the police, that one. Anyone that takes it well like that and realises that the trooper's doing their job, it's all right. But they should pay a little bit more attention. Okay, I've got police and trooper. Absolutely unbelievable, guys. I'm getting massive 2023 vibes right now. Even the horses are a bit scared at this point. Goodness gracious, wow. I'm kind of sad that we haven't been able to film it simultaneously at both ends. It'll be great to see if there is a difference in enforcement. But oddly enough, the other end is much quieter than this end. Significantly quieter. Almost everyone, actually, that's here now is speaking Spanish. I'm not sure if it's one giant group that's just spread out, but wow. I could be in Malaga, Medellin, Menorca, or any other place that begins with M at this point. Well, they're being really careful. This lady here, in fact, in the regile, is the type of person that probably would look a bit disgusted if they got shouted at. Some take it badly, guys. Not just a dirty look. They go bright red, and obviously that's embarrassing when they realise that there's 100 other tourists either watching and or laughing at their misfortune. But it's pretty clear. The box is there for a reason. One thing I just noticed is that the sign is beautifully straight. I wonder, actually, I didn't see close enough when I was over in the yard before. The corporal of horse was briefly out. I wonder if we've had a corporal of horse back up from Borford, or we haven't possibly seen it for a couple of months. I don't know. Couldn't see him close enough to tell who it was. Might well have had somebody come back and be right, troopers, this is how it's going to go today. In other words, proper sort of iron fist, no exceptions, no nonsense type of old school corporal of horse. I don't know, I'm just speculating, but what a difference, even compared to yesterday. And it'll be real interesting for me personally to see the approach that's taken by the lifeguards tomorrow. Many of whom will definitely have watched a lot of today's videos. Not my own videos in general, possibly mine as well, but videos in general. Okay, while it's quiet for a minute, I will move away. We haven't got a lot of time left, folks, and depending on the numbers, that will determine whether or not. The bald guy that got shouted at and laughed took it well. Russian, actually. Много русских в London. Lots of Russians in London. Очень много. Okay, so I can now get a good picture of this horse, folks. Well, let me see if I can. 1 second. Yeah, got a great picture of the horse. What about the hoof number? Hold on. Second, this lady just stopped right in front of the hoof.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, these are the horses, mate.
Let me just check if I can read the hoof number. Oh god, it's an absolute mess. I'm pretty sure it's not a new horse, folks. Apologies if we have already ID'd this one. I just, for my own benefit, want to make sure of which one it is. The hoof number is a mess. I've got a really clear picture, but I still can't read it. The hoof number I would immediately have guessed is young man, but I know that this horse is not young man. Troopers, look at how much he's straightening the sign. Wow, I mean, she actually did a good. It's not 100% straight, but it's in the 99th percentile straight, which is good enough, I guess. This is a super chill horse, though. And what a blaze! So similar to Monty. They must be related, guys. What do we think? Similar bloodline, same bloodline. Oh, let's hope it's not the lady with the stick, or this one that gets shouted at. Horse whisperer. She is behind the line, folks. Oh, now she's in the box. Oh my god. That's the first time in a while we've seen this guy, look. First time in a while. Something's got to be in the water today in London, guys. What is going on? That we've seen somebody so casually, now she's stepping around the box on tiptoe. This one's in the box. Oh. Like, uh-oh. Top man, look at that. He just literally, her boyfriend just dragged her out of the box by her coat. Indians, wow. Extraordinary. So, guys, I think it's safe to say that there is consistency here today.
这后面有一个不多风。
She's back. Is she going to straighten it again? No, she's tempted. I can tell that OCD is kicking in slowly. Wow. He's not hyper loud like the other trooper, but he's doing a good job of keeping the box clear. And this end's also now packed. I mean, look at it. What the? It's actually, to be honest, people, particularly difficult to film well here when it's this busy. I'm not exaggerating, it really is a problem because there's actually so little space to film without something being in front of the camera, as you can see already, look. I mean, just like, what? It's just not stopping today at all. Now, we haven't missed a single shout at the other end. So I think we timed it well with choosing to move to this end. Plus, I'm the only one filming this end. Bing bong. Can just about fit either side of the box in, plus the line. Go any further back to include more, we'll have people walking in front of the camera constantly. It's only the bollards that save us, to be honest, people. Oh, she's back. People are all over the place in the box at the moment. Look at it. Luckily, the parents are moving them. Wow. Second, let's wait for that little group to finish. She's in the box, I think. Actually, wait, 1 foot. What type of shirt is that, guys? It's a Hawaiian shirt, but without the Hawaiian pattern.
1, 2, 3, open.
Still here, folks. I'm just trying to keep the camera up a little bit higher over the heads of the little ones for the moment. She's in the box now. This girl, just. Oh my word, I can't actually move at this point, folks. What?
Get out.
Oh, goodness gracious. The lady in front of me just said to him as well, get out. It's really hard to tell whether or not some of these are intentional at this point. What do you think, people? Intentional or a complete innocence because of ignorance? What do we think? I couldn't call it, to be honest. I think a couple of them might well have been intentional, although they are telling their friends not to go in the box afterwards. So I think if it were intentional, people would be telling their friends, hey, look, if you go in the box, you'll get shouted out and I'll make a video. So maybe 1 or 2 have been intentional, but I think overwhelmingly people have made an innocent mistake. And as I mentioned yesterday, the box is very, very, very faint on the ground now, due to the number of feet that have worn it and ground it down over, what has it been, 6 months-ish, give or take, 6-7 months since they painted it? I forgot, actually. It was done... Actually, wait, the first coat was done when I was on holiday last year, which was end of September. So October, November, December, January, February, March... yeah, we're hitting roughly 7 months. People walking straight through the middle of the box. They're crouching, but they're walking straight through the middle because there's no space. Physically, there's no space on the pavement behind me for people to pass this area of Westminster. It's really that bad at this moment, folks, or that good, depending on which way you look at it. Okay, let's hope the throng will make a bit of space for this this young lady who's just arriving, including Mr. Hawaiian Shirt Man. So if he gets himself out of the way. It's in the box, but I don't think the trooper will say anything. And oh, he did get out of the box. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but rules are rules. It's quite a very large chair to manoeuvre, to be fair to the gent. I think they've still got some lovely pictures, that family, and well deserved. Okay, wow, just wow. It's 35 minutes past the hour, guys. What I will do is finish this as a part one. We've got more than enough to justify finishing this. I will resume to finish off this trooper's remaining 25 minutes at this end. That might evolve into a part two, it might evolve into nothing, depends what happens. But either way, I'll be back shortly, people. Whew, bye for now.